Welcome everybody to our webinar today. I'm glad to welcome you today to our webinar Deployment of Cybersecurity Related Equipment in China. Together with me today, my colleague Lili will present this webinar, and myself, Marek Seselberg. I will be talking about the, let's say, legal background of the certificates and licenses that we are going to talk about, while my colleague Lili, with an IT background, will tell you more about the details and the products for which each of the license or certificate is relevant. Let me start with some housekeeping first. We plan to have a 30-minute session, so not too much time. So if you have any questions, feel free to enter them into the chat box or into the question box in your panel on the right-hand side anytime during the presentation. But please be aware, we will answer them together in the end at the Q&A session and not during our presentation. Please also do not raise the hand because we cannot answer live questions in this webinar. So a short introduction about CHINABRAND. You can see here we have 4 areas in which we are active. And today's area about which we plan to talk is cybersecurity and data security. Also, if you're interested in cybersecurity topics and also IP topics, you can register for our newsletter. I have posted the link also into our chat, so if you're interested, please feel free to register. And with this all said, let's just jump right into the presentation. So what's the background of the topic that we are going to talk about today? We are seeing in China that there are stricter implementations of the regulations related to cyber and data security. I think a lot of you taking part in this webinar today have already heard of the multi-level protection scheme and maybe also of other cybersecurity and data security related topics that have been very present in China during the last few years. And together with this, also there are a few new licenses and certificates which are necessary for the sales and usage of cybersecurity-related equipment in China, and which are there also some older licenses and certificates which are now implemented more strictly in China. And these topics are actually interesting from 3 different perspectives. So there are 3 different kind of companies for whom this might be interesting. One is companies who are already in China and want to implement new cybersecurity products into their IT infrastructure. The reason for this might be that they want to conduct the MLPS, the multi-level protection scheme in China, or that they want to strengthen their IT security in general. The second sort of companies for whom this is interesting are companies who are already in China who want to enhance the compliance of the already implemented cybersecurity products. So the situation right now is many companies have cybersecurity related or IT security related products already implemented in China, but these products do not necessarily have the licenses and certificates that would be necessary to be allowed to use them in China actually. Oftentimes this until now might not have been detected, but with the multi-level protection scheme being implemented more strictly recently, that also means that there will be auditors checking your cybersecurity, and if they find any products that should not be used because they have not the necessary licenses, they will make you change for a product that has the necessary licenses. Also, the third group are producers of cybersecurity products in China or outside of China who want to sell their cybersecurity related products to companies in China. What are our topics today? Of course, as the title of the webinar already told you, we will be talking about licenses and certifications. I will also give a short overview over the relevant laws and standards that are related to this. We will let you know the scope of cybersecurity products. So what is actually a cybersecurity product, or for which products are these licenses and certifications necessary? And one topic that have come up quite often with our clients is the fear that when applying for certifications and licenses in China, source code needs to be disclosed. So we will be also addressing this topic. So regarding the legal framework, there are quite a lot of regulations, laws, rules, documents, and standards in China. Maybe all of you know that the legal scope or the legal background in China is oftentimes a little bit complicated. You have laws which give you an overview over the matter to be regulated, and then you have a lot of regulations, documents, and rules from different governmental authorities who give you more details on how to actually implement the law. So for our topic today, the most relevant law is the cybersecurity law and the cryptography law. The cybersecurity law has already come in force in 2018, and the cryptography law has actually just come into force recently or last year. So these are the main laws relevant for the licenses and certifications that we are talking about now. And then under rules and documents, you can see some highlighted regulations. The measures for the administration of testing and sales license for products dedicated to the security of computer information systems, and under documents also, I won't read them out to you, the two implementation rules for some certifications. So there are actually quite detailed explanation on all of this, but as it is in China, oftentimes they only exist in Chinese, and not all of them there is official English translation. So that's why we have gone through this, and we'll give you a summary about the main points of these regulations. So the most important point for our webinar is today what actually is a cybersecurity product. And there is a standard in China giving a quite clear definition what is considered to be a cybersecurity-related product. It's called the Standard for Type and Code of Information Security Products, and it gives actually definitions and examples what is considered to be a cybersecurity-related product, and we have summarized it. So what you see here on this page is not all the products that are cybersecurity products, but it's only examples, and we have divided them in several security-related areas. So in general, products related to the physical security of IT systems, for example, products that are products like UPS, products that prevent some IT system, part of IT system to be stolen, products that help you to protect your infrastructure are considered cybersecurity related products. Then products related to communication network security, like products like VPN, IDS, IPS, and so on. Products related to network boundary security, like firewalls, routers, switches, and so on. Network environment security related products, for example, products for zero trust architecture, products which help with server security, and so on. And also products related to security management. So, for example, products related to security audits, contingency assistance systems, public key infrastructure, and so on. We will send these slides to you after the presentation, so there is no need to read all of them out to you. You can go through this list later on, but please be reminded this is not a comprehensive list of all cybersecurity products, but just examples for you to get a feeling when you come up in certain products, if you need to consider these licenses and certifications, or if you don't need to consider them. So now let's get to the license and certifications that we are talking about. There are several mandatory licenses, there are several mandatory certifications, and there are voluntary certifications. This also is not a comprehensive list of all licenses and certifications that there are, but these are the most relevant ones. So especially mandatory license and mandatory certifications are topics that you should be aware of. For example, the mandatory license, I would say the most important one, of course, is the Computer Information System Security Special Product Sales License. I know it's a very long name, and all of these certifications and licenses have very long names. But this one actually, even so it says sales license, it also matters if you do not plan to really sell any products in China. It also refers to, you also need it for your products if you only import them for your own use. So if you have some cybersecurity related product that you have purchased in Europe and you want to send it to your subsidiary in China to use it for their information security system, then you also need to check if this product has the sales license or not, because if your subsidiary in China uses it without the sales license, it is actually not, it's illegal. It should have the sales license. Of course, it might not be detected, but as I said, the multi-level protection scheme is enforced more strictly recently, so that it is very likely that these products will be detected and that you will need to exchange them for a licensed product later on. Regarding mandatory certification, there are several, and my colleague will tell you more about them in a minute. And then there is the voluntary certifications, which you might be wondering why we are even listing them here. The reason is if you only plan to import products for your own use, or if you just want to check the compliance of your IT systems or get the certifications to make sure that your products that you are using are all right. And this is like an extra that you don't need, an extra step that you don't need to take. But if you want to sell your products in China, the voluntary certification, the IT Product Information Security certification, might be interesting for you because it might give you a better chance to sell your product or to prove that your product is actually very safe. But with this said, I will hand over to my colleague who will go into some more detail regarding the specific licenses and certificates.
Okay, so after we already know the legal framework, the related license and the certifications, and what's the specific cyber products, in the next several pages, I would like to show you the decision flow to help you make the decision in which situation you need which license and the certifications, and what's the detailed requirements for each certifications. Okay, let's have the assumption that you already know that your product is belong to the cyber security related products. And the first license you need to get is the sales license for computer information system security special products. And if you still have the question mark why these products belong to cybersecurity, then you can just send email to us and we can have a case-by-case analysis. The second step is to check if this product are being used for telecommunication service for your organization or for your customers. If yes, then this product need to get a telecommunication service license. If no, then we need to check the next step to if this product fall into the list of commercial cryptography products and is imported into China. And if yes, then this product also need to get this dual use items and the technology license. After this step, you also need to check if this product falling into the catalog of cyber-critical equipment and specialized cybersecurity products. If yes, these products need to have the certification before being imported or being sold in China. The next step is to check is this product falling into the catalog of mandatory certification directory for information security products. And of course, if yes, then these products also need to get this national certification for information security products. Okay, the next step is to check is this product falling into the catalog of commercial cryptographic products, and then if yes, this product also need to apply this certification. All the license and the certifications which I mentioned just now are mandatory. At last, this product can also apply the IT product information security certification. But this certification is only voluntary. You can decide it based on your own situation. After this decision flow, let's see what's the catalog for each certifications. I will not go into each detailed items, but only several summary and highlights. Let's first see the catalog for national certification for information security products. There are 8 categories, which including the network boundary security, content security, data security, and platform security, etc. In these 8 categories, there are also 13 types of products like firewall, network segmentation products, routers, data backup and recovery products, etc. Something need to pay attention that the MLPS level 3 operation systems and the database are also included in this catalog. That means if your OS or database are identified as level 3 based on the MLPS classification standard, then this OS and the database need to apply this certification. Theoretically, this certification is mandatory before the products being imported and sold in China. Practically only in the case of government procurement require this certification. But this is only based on our experience currently, and it can be changed at any time. In this picture, let's see the catalog for cyber critical equipment and specialized cybersecurity product certification. This catalog not only lists the types of products, but also have the specific technical attributes required. For example, not all the firewall are falling into this catalog, but only the firewall which with the throughput rate more than 80 gigabit bps and the highest concurrent connections more than 3 million and the new connection per second more than 250,000, then this firewall need to apply this certification. In the products, if the products falling into the both category for cyber critical equipment and the national certification for information security products, then these products can also apply both of the certifications at the same time. In this slide is the catalog for commercial cryptographic products. It's quite a long list which including the physical devices with the encryption model like tokens, like IC cards, like encrypted keyboard, but also included the server and PKI systems, digital signature authentication services. Theoretically, all the products falling into this catalog need to apply the certification, but practically this certification are only for Chinese domestic developed cryptographic algorithms, which is the SM series algorithm. For commercial usage cryptographic products, this certification is also voluntary. One thing need to highlight here is the import of cryptography product also need the license for dual-use items and technology. This catalog, the catalog for this dual-use items and technologies have much duplicated with this commercial cryptographic product. So, but much shorter. So we can just take this commercial cryptography product as a reference for both license and certifications. The last one is the IT product information security certification. For this certification, there are also 6 categories for different products. That means you can apply for your products for different certifications based on your product's natures. The 6 categories are including the industry control systems, the IoT products, and the cloud security products, and also the IC card products, etc. Although this certification is not mandatory, but there will be advantage during biddings with this certification, and that means your products already meet the security requirements in China. The last page, I would like to address the concerns about information leakage when the products were sent to Chinese authority to get license and certifications. Let's take the information which you need to provide for product white paper as a benchmark. Normally, the white paper focuses on the function and attribution description of the products. The information leakage is quite limited. For the sales license and critical security product certification, as well as the national security products certification, are focused on the functional test and also security test in order to check if the products have security damage for Chinese citizens or legal representatives. For the commercial cryptographic product certification, maybe need provide a part of source code. Theoretically, based on the cryptography law, the Chinese authority is forbidden to leak out the source code and forbidden to conduct the reverse engineering. Also, from practically point of view, according to our experience, with the most possibility or source code are safe, but it cannot be guaranteed and not controlled by us. Okay, that's all the information from me, and I will hand over to my colleague Marike.
Thank you, Lily. Yeah, so that's it from our side. I hope you got an idea of what certifications there are, what licenses there are, and under which situation you need to consider to apply for licenses like this. Of course, if you have any detailed questions or you need more consultancy on this topic, please feel free to contact us anytime. So with this, I would like to thank you once again and wish you a nice Wednesday.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.